Well guys, Nintendo has just released some of their sales and stuff of the recent months and of course the past couple of years, and of course we got to see some things that obviously made sense. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is on pace to be the world's most sold game of all time, and you know, obviously other games are up there as well, but there was one that really stuck with me and one that actually made me gasp. But before we even get there, of course I want to recognize Metroid, because Metroid Dread is super close to 3 million sales. It's at 2.9, which is actually pretty cool for the franchise. I'm actually super hyped for that, and that helps Metroid a ton, trust me. And of course, we'll see a lot more when it comes to Metroid Prime 4 eventually releasing whenever that happens. Also, I know I'm kind of ranting about other games right now instead of the premise, but Kirby's got 3 million sales for Forgotten Land in 3 weeks. Literally, Star Allies has 3 million all time, and that was from like 2019. So obviously, Forgotten Land is doing numbers. And I've said this before, 3D games are going to outsell 2D games. I'm sorry, if you love 2D games, I get it, but I mean, seriously, it's just gonna draw more attention with 3D platformers. But finally, Kirby's getting the attention that he deserves. Love that for him. But you see sequels coming out for games like Xenoblade, obviously Breath of the Wild 2, and we just got another Kirby game on the Switch after Star Allies, and, you know, obviously people are still talking about even other games. Like, for instance, people are still waiting on the next big Mario game to happen on the Switch. But there's one sequel that a lot of people aren't talking about that could happen on the Switch that's very, very evident right now, and that's Luigi's Mansion. It's just come out that Luigi's Mansion is over 11 million in sales, 11.4 to be exact, which is absolutely absurd. Luigi's Mansion came out in October of 2019, so literally just in about 3 years, it's reached 11 million sales, and for a Luigi's Mansion, for any game rather, that is gigantic. For a series with only 3 games, they have sold extremely well. Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube sold 3.3 million, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on the 3DS sold 6.4 million. Of course, Luigi's Mansion Remake on the 3DS didn't sell that much because it's a remake of the original game on the DS, nothing much. But then Luigi's Mansion 3 obviously with 11 million sales, that is insane. 21 million sales for 3 games is kind of absurd. Then you look at where it's ranked on all-time Switch games sold, and it's ranked at number 14. Luigi's Mansion 3 is number 14 on Switch games sold, which is absolutely insane because Switch games have been selling like hotcakes. And this is in the same pool as Splatoon, Pokemon, and big Mario games. Luigi's Mansion is killing it. Luigi's Mansion is starting to reach that area where it's becoming one of Nintendo's hardcore franchises, along with Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon. Seriously, I mean, I think a lot of it does have to do with the fact that it involves Mario. It is technically a Mario spinoff, so maybe that's why lots of people relate with Mario and Luigi a lot more, so Luigi's Mansion is very relatable. But man, either way, this is very exciting to me because this tells me Luigi's Mansion 4, not only is it coming, but it might be coming a lot sooner than we think, and we don't have to wait that long time like we did for the first 3 games. I brought up a million times how likely it is that we would get Luigi's Mansion 4, and I have even brainstormed many ideas as to where they could go with Luigi's Mansion 4. I mean, literally, they just started something that could last for many, many years. I mean, they really just scratched the surface with this game, and there's still so much left to touch, and I can't wait to see exactly where they go with it. Of course, I'm not going to talk about all my ideas here. If you want to see those, there was like a whole playlist I created just talking about Luigi's Mansion 4 concept ideas, so you can check that out there. But either way, I think it's coming a lot sooner than we think. Yeah, in fact, I think we could be very well seeing the next Luigi's Mansion in a year or 2. Yes, I know Next Level Games has just been pumping out some stuff as soon as obviously we just got announced Mario Strikers Battle League, but I do believe they're also working on the next Luigi's Mansion. Trust me, they've seen how well it was received and they want to keep that going, and Nintendo's probably wanting them to keep that going for sure. It just makes a lot of sense. And one thing that I also want to mention is something that's very interesting about the game itself. Now, lots of people are speculating that Breath of the Wild 2 is actually going to go a different route than we think. It's actually going to be released alongside maybe a Switch Pro or a new version of the Switch. Of course, this is just a rumor right now, and based on some tech gurus, I guess, watching the trailer over and over again and talking about the volumetric clouds of Breath of the Wild 2 and how it just looks like there's no way it could run on the regular Switch, I thought of another game that looks just as good if not better on the Switch already, and that's Luigi's Mansion 3. Luigi's Mansion 3 is one of the best looking games I think Nintendo has ever made. Next Level Games really went crazy. Just imagine what they could actually do with a next-gen console from Nintendo. I mean, maybe that's what they're gearing up for, and just thinking about that would be so exciting. An even bigger world to explore, and maybe even a free roam Luigi's Mansion where you can pretty much go wherever you want and tackle any mission in any order. Almost like an open world Luigi's Mansion to explore a mansion at your own leisure. That would would be pretty cool, and I think Nintendo could be gearing up for a big one. With these sales, it's no doubt in my mind that Nintendo has got a big franchise in their hands that they can really evolve into something even bigger, something that could be one of Nintendo's top 5 in the future, and I think Kirby is one of those as well, and I will talk about that in its own separate video. But thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. Do you think we could be getting a Luigi's Mansion 4 sooner than later? Let me know what you think, and what are your ideas for this Luigi's Mansion 4? Let me know in the comments down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. Like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.